Hi, Maxie. Wow, this is a surprise?
Yeah, well, I thought you'd want to hear all about James' big adventure making brownies by himself.
Okay, am I interrupting something? No, Drew's coming over. He got a call from Congressman McConkey that he wants to discuss, and I'm also going to help him refine his campaign platform.
Drew's coming here.
Yeah, it just seemed like the most convenient place.
Well, I don't know if Drew's platform needs help, but your story certainly does.
I love how Maxie knows exactly what's going on with Nina. She's fully aware that Nina just wants Drew away from Willow and will do whatever it takes to make that happen. Maxie really needs her own storyline instead of just being Nina's voice of reason. When she looks at Nina, it's like she's thinking, please, I was pulling off schemes like this back in high school in my 20s. Nobody can see through Nina better than Maxie. Nothing gets past her. The relationship between Nina and Maxie is great. Nina is chaotic, and Maxie is skilled at rolling with that chaos and giving Nina honest advice instead of sugarcoating things. I'm glad Nina has Maxie now and doesn't need to rely on Ava, who's proven to be a backstabber, as her sounding board anymore. And once again, Nina can't tell the truth. If she just told Willow that she's involved with Drew, Willow's hero worship crush on him would end, and all this drama would be over. Drew has become a complete creep. His behavior in the elevator with Willow last week was textbook workplace sexual harassment, so unsettling and inappropriate. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. I've seen some comments that have really made me chuckle. Someone compared Nellie to her mother, Nina, saying they're both crazy, and mentioned Willow as a cheater like her father, Silas. I mean, come on. This is getting a bit out of hand. The storyline with Drew and Willow is dragging on, and it's clear they're pushing these two together. Honestly, I'm not a fan of how this is unfolding. On a more serious note, I wish the storyline involving the loss of the baby had highlighted some resources for grieving parents. Organizations like Lay Me Down to Sleep and Star Legacy offer incredible support, and it would have been great to see them featured. And what about the first surrogate? Could there be a chance she didn't have a miscarriage after all? And let's not forget TJ's role in all of this. Without his sperm, there wouldn't be a baby. Does that matter in this storyline? Or is it just being overlooked? Every time I see the interrogation room scenes, I can't help but laugh. There's a regular window, and then there's the window on the door. What's the point of that? Christina's tears and apologies to Molly are confusing. If she never intended to let Molly adopt the baby, why the emotional scene? Now, let's talk about last Tuesday's episode. Carly's interaction with Donna was so touching. She spoke about her father with such love and respect, even in a difficult situation. Not all the moms on the show handled things this way. It's refreshing to see Carly maintaining that respect despite their issues. I wouldn't be surprised if Carly ends up marrying Sonny again to avoid testifying against him in court. Remember, that's part of the reason they got married in the first place. Finally, Ava's scene with Jason was intense. You could feel her fear as she talked to him. I love Ava, but she's really in a tough spot right now. Jason's serious demeanor, especially with his past, adds to the tension. That line, "I'm done thinking about why people do what they do," was classic Stone Cold. What is Drew doing? It seems like he's definitely trying to get closer to Willow. She's clearly interested, and he's using his charm to his advantage. All he had to do was take off his jacket, loosen his tie, show a little skin, and suddenly Willow's all flustered. Does this mean she's not attracted to Michael anymore? If Drew and Willow end up together, he'll have been involved with both her mother-in-law and her mother. That would make him a pretty controversial figure in Port Charles. There's also a rumor going around that next week Willow might come clean. Maybe she'll tell Michael about the kiss, and hopefully they can move on from this. From what I've seen, the flirting seems one-sided. Willow appears uncomfortable whenever she's alone with Drew, but that's just my observation. I could be wrong. It's not the first time an affair has happened on a soap, so let's not act like it's something new or shocking. It's a storyline we're going to see unfold, and we'll have to see how it plays out. I'm also wondering if the kiss with Willow and the political career are part of a long-term plan by the GH creators to reshape Drew into a more traditional, ruthless business type, like an old-school Quartermain. What do you all think? Lastly, Nina invited Drew over for dinner. I'm betting Willow might show up too, which could make things even more interesting. With Lulu waking up, do you think they'll bring Charlotte back to Port Charles? It's been literal years since they've seen each other. I really hope so because Charlotte's behavior might be tied to not having her mom around. Valentine tries, but let's be honest, he gives her everything she wants without much discipline. Lulu used to provide that structure, and Valentine would get so frustrated with her, but maybe that's exactly what Charlotte needs, a parent who's going to actually parent her, not just say yes to everything. Now, let's talk about Christina and Blaze. Weren't they supposed to be in a relationship? Have they even interacted since that big pool splash? It's strange that Christina is struggling with letting her daughter go this week, especially considering we haven't seen much of Blaze around. I can totally see Christina and Blaze breaking up. Christina is dealing with a lot of anger, while Blaze is focused on her music career. Plus, the fact that Blaze hasn't been at Christina's bedside at the hospital is odd, and Christina not asking for her is even weirder. Switching gears, I feel like I missed something in the Sunny and Jason storyline. After Morgan talked Sunny off the ledge, Sunny went to Kevin's office for help, and then suddenly, he was home and everything seemed fine. Did I miss an episode or a scene? It feels like they fast-forwarded through an important part. Did Jason bring Sunny home? Let me know if I'm missing something here. Here's a fun fact for you longtime viewers. Did you know Rick Hurst, who plays Rick Lansing, was also on Guiding Light? He worked alongside actors like Laura Wright, Cynthia Watros, and others. They go way back, decades even. It's interesting to see how these actors have crossed paths in different shows over the years. And for those wondering, Sunny and Carly's daughter, Donna, is named after someone special. I've seen a few people ask about this, so if anyone knows the full story behind her name, drop it in the comments. Just because Sunny spoke to Morgan's ghost doesn't necessarily mean that Morgan is really gone. That scene was more about Sunny's imagination and emotional state than anything else, so I wouldn't read too much into it. Now, for those who remember, Sunny accidentally shot Carly in the head while she was giving birth to Morgan, and they still managed to move past that and even got married 3 more times. So who knows? Maybe there's a chance they could get back together again. As for Jason, I believe once he got those pictures, he might have altered them to make Ava pay. Jason has always been strategic, so this wouldn't be out of character for him. And lastly, I'm personally glad they've recast the role of Lulu. I'm excited to see what happens next and how this new direction will play out. I've got some thoughts on a recent episode that really hit me, even though I'm a couple of weeks behind. Let's get into it. So, Jagger calling out Sunny for killing AJ right in front of Michael was easily one of the highlights of the show for me in the last few years. Now, I was never a huge AJ fan, but my dislike for Sunny is strong enough that I found this moment incredibly satisfying. Michael's forgiveness of Sunny for killing AJ has always felt ridiculous to me. And then, when Sunny had the nerve to say that Jagger hates him because he took care of Stone, I almost lost it. As a huge Stone fan, he's my all-time favorite character. Sunny's love for Stone is the only reason I've ever found him remotely tolerable. But let's be real, Jagger hated Sunny long before Stone ever lived with him. I know it's a stretch to expect self-awareness from Sunny or continuity from the writers, but they need to leave the Stone storyline alone. It's sacred ground. When that scene happened, I couldn't help but think, not even a blink or a look from Michael. No moment of hesitation. I get that it's supposed to be water under the bridge and that all is forgiven, but at least show that it affects him. But no, of course, he has to be fully in support of Sunny. Let's talk about Dex. Seriously, he looks like he's straight out of a mall cop convention. They really need to get a new stylist for him. Whoever's dressing the characters right now is missing the mark, except for Gio and Jocelyn. Their pool outfits are on point. I'm guessing Eden might have had a hand in picking those out. I mean, Dex's look makes him seem like he's about to break out a boombox and tear off his clothes. And honestly, I'm here for it. Now, many of us thought Rick was coming back for the Molly/Christina custody battle. But what if Molly is accused of killing or trying to kill Ava, and Rick is there to represent her or at least support her through the trial? That's an intriguing twist. It might be a stretch, but it would definitely make for some dramatic TV. Even if I want to see Ava come out, okay? I think this could be a cool storyline. I'm also super excited for the return of Jonathan Jackson. I've posted some episodes from when Lucky was first introduced back in 1993 on my YouTube channel if anyone wants to check them out. I haven't seen any recent episodes of the show. Anything good happening lately? Should I catch up now or wait until Jonathan's air dates start? Let me know. What's the deal with Jason giving Sunny a ride home? Did I miss something? The last I saw, Sunny was telling Kevin he needed help, and then suddenly we hear that Jason drove him home. How did that happen? They didn't exactly have a heart-to-heart, and Sunny was expressing distrust toward Jason. So, how do we go from that to Jason just showing up at Sunny's place? Did I miss an important scene? Or did the show just drop the tension suddenly? It feels like the show has been rushing through plot points recently. For a soap opera, this pace is pretty unusual. It seems like they're trying to wrap up current storylines quickly to get to something new, but a lot of important stuff is happening off camera. As for Sunny softening towards Jason, I think it's because Sunny finally learned that Jason became an informant to save Carly from arrest. Sunny didn't know this before. Jason was afraid to tell him because Sunny was so erratic, especially after his outburst with Jagger. We did see Jason finally reveal this in the past couple of weeks. While Sunny was still upset about not being informed sooner, this revelation seems to be shifting his attitude toward Jason. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.